Hello, my treasure hunters. Well, back with you. Want to give you a little update on the pocket watch, the Waltham pocket watch I found the other day on the trolley tracks. It is currently at my local jeweler, family owned, been in the business many, many years, many, many generations. They know a lot about pocket watches, and he's 90% confident he's going to be able to get the back off so we can get to serial numbers that are on the inner workings. These pocket watches have a lot of markings. There's some on the inside of the back case, which are pretty much irrelevant. I think that just has to do with the case, but they were pretty much marked on the by the inner workings. There's a 3-digit part number, and there is a 7-digit serial number. That serial number should contain a month and a year, along with a number, serial number of production. So that'll tell me exactly what number in the production that particular watch was. So a lot of info will come out of those numbers. They're not going to restore the watch. They're simply just going to clean what they need to in order to get the back unscrewed. Along with the front, there is moisture on the back side of the front glass that's driving me nuts. And pretty much they're just going to preserve it the best they can for me. So I found a lot of cool information about Waltham. They are America's first precision, affordable pocket watch. Before them, all of the precision good pocket watches came from overseas, I believe, like Denmark or Germany or something like that. The Waltham is known for very extravagant internal workings. Everything was engraved. Everything had some sort of detail or design on it. The gears, everything, even the screws. And this being a railroad model, came with a lot of standards. Some of those standards being it had to be 14 jewel. So those of you who are not familiar with pocket watches and how they work, they do not use bearings. They run on jewels. Jewels like amethyst, topaz, emerald, ruby, whatever the manufacturer desired. It adds to the extravagance of the inner workings and makes them run really good and flawlessly for a long time. So, I think Waltham started in 1854 and ran about until 1957. I've seen a video on TikTok of a 1906 Waltham. Very similar. The jeweler estimates about 1905, somewhere in there. And the trolley tracks were in use from 1900 up until about 1937, when cars started really becoming popular. And then they were the tracks were no longer used for trolley. There was a pottery company called Metlocks in Manhattan Beach. They purchased the tracks, and they would load up their little train with all their pottery goods, and they had a storage facility for all their pottery goods right about where the King Harbor sign is. You all see me dig that field. A lot of bullets came out of there, a couple of silver coins, clock parts, pocket watch parts, all kinds of stuff came out of there. So there's a lot of history just in those little tracks. And Waltham made machinery to make their own parts in-house, their own precision parts in-house. And they were the first watch company ever to be able to make a watch and the parts to make the watch all in-house. They literally revolutionized the watchmaking industry. They're a pretty big deal from what I hear. I guess there were about 3 different manufacturers of precision timekeeping pieces. One being Elgin, which I think became Rolex later. Hamilton, and Waltham. So Hamilton and Elgin were overseas. The only American company was Waltham. It's absolutely mind-boggling that thing was in such good condition. There wasn't even a crack in the glass. I'm sure a lot of you have seen videos, and I've dug them up too, frames of pocket watches, the backs of pocket watches, gears of pocket watches. It's extremely rare to find one in the dirt with literally no damage other than being in the dirt for that long. I'm absolutely shocked. I don't know when I'll get it back. I told them, take your time. And please be careful at any time you feel that you're not going to accomplish anything. Let me know and we'll call it right there, and I'll be happy with just displaying it the way it is. I don't want any damage done other than what you need to do to unscrew stuff. And he said, I agree. It's going to be a process, and may take him a little while, so it could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months. I don't know. Told him to take his time. So, we'll see when I get that call. And I am absolutely stressed out about the whole thing. And really cool. I found a lot of cool stuff online about Waltham. Like I said, they ran from like 1854 to 1957. The property sat vacant for about 10, 11 years. Then it was bought by a lighting company, which then was bought out by GE. So they moved to a GE plant. The property sat vacant again for a few years and is now renovated into offices called the Waltham Watch District. So Massachusetts has preserved the Waltham factory, and it is still standing today, over 150 years old. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love when a state steps in and says, this is important. We need to preserve this. So, really cool. I wish it was more like that around here. But unfortunately, around here, it's old, get rid of it. I want new, I want clean, I want modern. Is what it is. But what are you going to do? So I found a lot of cool stuff online. A bunch of text, a bunch of information. A couple of pictures, really cool pictures of the inner workings and how extravagant a Waltham watch can be. So you pause that and zoom in. It's really beautiful, beautiful. And I'm really hoping the jeweler can get that back open because I'm really dying to see what the inside of this pocket watch looks like. And really cool, really cool. So pause it, read it, check it out, and I will definitely keep you all posted on the progress of the watch. Y'all saw the beautiful display I made for it yesterday, and it's actually sitting up there on my dresser right now, empty. I might need to put that on the shelf in the closet till I get it back, because every time I look at it, it just makes me cringe, because, well, I mean, who knows how long it sat in the dirt? You know what I mean? Jeweler says it does not look like it was handled very often. He may not have had it very long before he lost it. And if it is a 1905, we'll say 1907. It sat in the dirt for over 100 years. We both, myself and the jeweler, think, excuse me, the way it was sitting in the dirt really helped to prevent a lot of moisture getting in. And the tight tolerances on the railroad models, really the only way moisture could have gotten in would be through the winding knob on the top. And he looked at it and said there's really not a whole lot of moisture in it. And he suspects that all of the growth that you saw on the outside was actually starting on the outside and trying to work its way in. And he doesn't feel that it got very far in due to the lack of moisture on the inside. So that's good. That's good, but he can't be definite until we get it opened. So, I'll keep you posted. Here's some text and information, some pictures I found about them. And I'm still shocked. I am still shocked. This was a bucket list find for me. And honestly, it was way down on the bucket list because of the near impossibility of finding one in the dirt. Well, I found one. And I found a good one. So, I found a railroad model Waltham on trolley tracks. Who do you think that belonged to? Was it conductor of the trolley? Stopped the trolley, jumped off, go get some lunch or something? fell out of his pocket, hit the end of the chain, and just went bink right in the dirt. That dirt is very sandy. Obviously, it's down at the beach. It's very soft. And that thing is heavy. It probably could have buried itself as soon as it hit the dirt. And that's where it sat for possibly 100 plus years. Who knows? I'm shocked that it's not damaged. The fact that the glass is there in the condition it's in, incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, that is a find of a lifetime, let me tell you. You know, for me, that's right up there with finding a gold coin, you know, and that's like the holy grail of metal detecting, you know what I mean? So, all right, enough of my rambling. We'll find out more as time goes on, and hopefully we'll get some good news. But I know that watch is in good hands, and I think the jeweler said they're shutting down over the weekend until the 5th. And I think he said he was going to come in and personally work on it for a couple of days while they were shut down so he doesn't have all the distractions and stuff like that. Which is really cool. I mean, that's above and beyond the Call of Duty. And he's excited. I'm excited. Everybody in there is excited. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's just incredible. So, let me tell you, that legend, it's a legend. Let me tell you, I don't doubt my simplex would have found that. But geez, that machine is a monster. Oh, it's a bloodhound. Let me tell you, it's a freaking bloodhound. And I'm super happy I was able to get it thanks to West Shore Hobbies. So, alright. Check out the text, read it, it's really interesting. And check out the picture of the inner workings of just one of these Waltham watches. And let me tell you, they made over 40 million watches. Timepieces, they even made stuff for aviation because they were so good and so precision. So, check it out. Waltham's a big deal. And this is one of the watches you want to find if you find one. All right. Happy hunting.